nandun ka. Hindi mo rin alam, hindi mo pa rin alam na hindi siya dinala sa judicial authority.
Yes, Mr. Senator.
Hindi mo alam.
Yes, Mr. Senator.
So you're lying. You're lying. Madam Chair, I move to cite in contempt Ambassador Lacanilaw.
As chance, hindi mo alam if nilabas sa Villamor si PRRD? Hindi mo alam?
Hindi po, Madam Chair.
Okay, there's a motion to cite you in contempt. I have to affirm. There being no contrary motion, we uphold the motion to cite Ambassador Marcos Lacanlilao in contempt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm giving you the chance already kanina. Sabi ko nga, ayaw namin gamitin yung power to contempt dito, to cite in contempt, pero halata na nagsinungaling ka.
Nasa dokumento harap-harapan na po. Mahirap naman yung ganito, konting respeto po.
Again, may I clarify again, please? Ma'am, it's an extradition form. That's why the questions are answerable by in another jurisdiction, but not our jurisdiction. So it's very hard to answer something that works in a different manner.
Hindi nga, sir, ang tinatanong namin sa kanya is kung nandun man siya the whole time, hindi man niya, alam niya na hindi dinala si President Duterte sa isang competent court. Tapos sabihin niya, hindi niya alam.
Kaya ho
Siya nga
nag-suffice.
nagsabi na siya nag-oversee sa operation. Tapos hindi niya alam na kung dinala o hindi.
I hope we can reconsider the contempt citing because, sir, kaya ho nag-suffice a certification of
Kanina pa
Prosecutor
kami
General.
nagre-reconsider, Secretary Boying. at
Pero
saka
kaya ho
naganap
nag-suffice
po namin.
sa ICC, kaya tinanggap nila yung certification po ng DOJ is because under their system of government, under the system of the ICC, ang prosecutor is competent judicial authority. That's why it's very foreign to Ambassador Lacanilao. Hindi naman ho madaling malaman yan until ho pinaliwanag yan ni Justice Ascuna sa atin.
Ay,
Na
hindi
magkaiba
naman-
po talaga
Hindi naman
ang pagtingin.
Hindi naman kailangan maliwanagan national. Sabi naman national ang liwanag naman po nun. Balikan na lang natin si General Torre. General Torre, ano ba talaga yung dahilan kung bakit nagmamadali? Sinabi mo na hindi naman
Madam Chair,
warrantless arrest.
you have ruled already the citing in contempt. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, if
Yes,
you may...
the ambassador is cited in contempt. I'm sorry.
Alright, Reaction TV Base nagbabalik. Reaction. Napakaganda po ng pag-uusapan natin ngayon mga kareaksyon na mantangin po ninyo mga kareaksyon. Oy, Boying! Kumusta ka na? Hindi, parang hindi ko alam kung merong nababaliw dito Hindi ko alam kung si Boying ba nababaliw o yung mga kasama niya. Parang nabibilib na ako kay Senator Jaime Marcos. Pero kulang pa kulang pa. Habang hindi na ibabalik dito ang Pangulong Duterte, ay hindi kami satisfied dyan. Di ba mga kareaksyon? Dapat sinight in contempt din dyan lahat sila. Mga kareaksyon, panoorin po natin ito. Panoorin natin. Napakalupit po nito mga kareaksyon. Meron pong na-cite in contempt. Napakalupit po ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Parang siya po si cite in contempt ng Senado. Di ba? Sa susunod, hindi kayo mag-aaten. Show cause order tapos warrant of arrest. Anyway mga kareaksyon, simula pa lang yan. Heto na. Sabay-sabay po nating panoorin at sabay-sabay po tayong mag-react dyan sa comment section. Naniniwala po ba kayo na itong si Remula ay parang nagiging na? Di ba? Ano pong tingin nyo kay Remula? Di na po niya alam, naka-diaper kaya yan. Alright, panoorin na po natin ang napakagandang video mga kareaksyon.
In the bounds of the law.
Naku,
Continue.
General Torre, dinig namin paulit-ulit si Attorney Delgra, Article 59. At nalilito kami, ba't hindi mo tinawagan yung DOJ? Teka, may Article 59 na sinasabi. Abogado ka ba?
Ma'am, speaking of the DOJ, Attorney Fadulion, the Prosecutor General, was there.
Nandun kayo at sinagot ninyo yung sinisigaw ni Attorney Delgra na Article 59 ng Rome Statute po.
We were there, Madam Chair, and we heard everything. Pero if I may be allowed po to put things in proper context, kasi yung tinitingnan po nating video is just a portion or a snippet of what actually happened.
Tagal na po namin iniintay yung buo pero wala namang ibinibigay.
Ma'am, hindi po. Maari po siguro nating hingin yan dun sa mga kapulisan because meron naman po sila mga body-worn cameras the whole time that the incident...
Matagal na po namin iniintay at hinihingi.
At any rate po, ma'am, if I may, yun nga po, yung nakikita po nating video at ang ipinapakita po ay isang portion lamang po nung nangyari nung buong araw na yon. Now, yung sinasabi po ninyo na if si General Torre exerted unreasonable force, it was not, if you look at that video on its face, kung yun lamang po, it would appear that way. But if you look at how it escalated from the time that they were brought there up until the time that the arrest was effected, you will understand, or we will all begin to understand what it is that actually transpired. Hindi naman po yan sabihin natin na pagpasok po tuwing pumapasok si General Torre, namimwersa o nananakot o nagbabanta. Marami pong beses at saksi ho kami doon sa pangapakiusap at pagpapasensya ni General Torre the entire time that the warrant was being effected.
Sinasabi po ninyo, Prosecutor Fadulion, naubos na yung pasensya, kaya wala ng karapatan.
Hindi ko po sinasabing naubos yung pasensya.
Parang ganun kasi sabi, gabi na eh. Ang tagal na eh.
Yun ho yung perspective ni General Torre. Pero sinasabi ko po, from an observer's point of view who was there, yung proseso po ay sinunod at mahaba hong panahon ang pinadaan bago po tayo dumating dun sa punto na kinailangan ng gawin ni General Torre na siguro pagsabihan at nung hindi sumunod ay pinusasan si former E.S. Medialdea at para lamang po maihiwalay sila kay former President Duterte na yun ang kanila pong gustong makuha. Kasi po, hindi po nakikita ron na sinasabi natin, tumayo lamang naman, naglagay lang naman ng upuan. Hindi po ganun ang nangyari.
Yun ang nakikita sa video eh.
Exactly,
Wala
ma'am.
namang ginamit na dahas, wala namang sigawan, wala namang pagbabanta.
Yes, but
Hindi naman tumulak.
prior to that, Madam Chair, there were instances when the things that sina General Torre wanted to do were being impeded. So, I would understand also from the perspective of General Torre, he had a mission that he had to implement and accomplish. He could not do it because of the so many dilatory tactics that were employed. So dumating po dun sa punto na nagkainitan at maintindihan ko rin po na kung kailangan pusasan, dahil po hindi naman ho yun ang ultimate na objective niya. Nakiusap ho muna. Nung hindi po sumagot o tumugon dun sa pakiusap, dun na po umabot sa punto na kailangan na pong pusasan.
If I may, Madam Chair.
Pagkatapos sa posasan, ay sino po yun? Yes, sa Attorney Delgra. Matapos posasan, rinilis naman. Tapos sinakay sa eroplano, nagtataka ako paano nagkaganon. Ang gulo eh. So, Attorney Delgra, please.
Yes po, Madam Chair. I take exception to the statement PD Padalion. Yung phrase na it's beyond my pay grade, I heard it from him. I heard it from General Torre and Yusek Nicolas T, whom the first time I met him was inside Villamor Air Base. I also talked to him separately. At I appealed to him. Nakikita niyo muna kung anong ginagawa ni General Torre sa ating presidente. Disrespecting the president, tinatakot, no? We will do it the hard way or the easy way. We have invoking the medical emergency. We have invoking Article 59. At palagi yung sinasabi nitong tatlo na it's beyond their pay grade. Tell me it is not true. Prosecutor General Padulyon, that you told me
Yes,
that.
Prosecutor,
And then
please.
I asked you, whom will I talk to make sense of all what's happening inside Villamor Air Base? You cannot even tell me the name or any name for that matter na pwede kong kausapin.
May I
And that's the
respond?
reason why I take exception to what he's saying. And to say that may dilatory tactic, Alas 2 ng hapon, 3 hours after we arrived there, the plane was not yet ready. So there was no delaying tactic.
Yes, prosecutor,
truth.
would you like to respond to Attorney Delgra, please?
Yes, Madam Chair. Attorney Delgra did approach me and asked me if I could ask if it would be arranged that the former president be brought to the veterans. Yun po ang pinakiusap niya sa akin. Pero ang sinabi ko po sa kanya, susubukan ko pong itanong, pero wala po yan. Hindi ko po desisyon yan. Dahil ang trabaho po ng Department of Justice doon ay para po tiyakin na ang karapatan ng dating Pangulo ay maprotektahan. Okay? It is incorrect to say that there were no dilatory tactics. Kasi from the very start po, pagdating ng eroplano, nandun pa lang ho sa tube, nagsabi na po sa amin na hindi po sila lalabas kung halimbawa pong wala silang kopya ng warrant. So nang nakuha na ho yung kopya ng warrant, lumabas na po sila at dinala po sila doon sa 250th at kung saan sila pinagpahinga. Nandun na po si Attorney Delgra at that time. There were demands for doctors to be there. PNP had brought in their own doctors. Ang nagiging problema po kasi doon, Madam Chair, is that hindi po pinahihintulutan yung doktor ng PNP na i-counter-check yung findings po ng doktor ng
Nako,
dating Pangulo.
prosecutor, alam naman ninyo, physician choice ng arrested, hindi ba? Nung
Yes,
tao.
yes, ma'am.
Hindi naman miski sinong doktor, hihatakin mo tapos yun ang
Hindi po namin sinasabi na ipinagbabawal o hindi ho pinapahintulutan yung dating...
Nagbawal. 3-4 na oras bago pumasok. Pinaliwanag ni Senator Bongo, nag-iintay sila sa labas.
Hindi ma'am, meron ho nakarating na doktor doon right after, I don't know if it was just before lunch or right after lunch. That's as much as I know. Okay? Pero yung sabihin po na wala hong dilatory tactics, sa dami ho ng pakiusap, magmula nung basahan ni General Torre, si dating Pangulo, marami hong pakiusap na mag-uusap po kasama ang mga abogado. And this happened 2 or 3 times already. Of course, we cannot make decisions also on the requests as far as veterans is
Bakit
concerned.
po kayo may deadline?
Wala po kaming deadline, ma'am.
Sabi mo, matagal ni.
No, ang sinasabi ko ho, ma'am, is that matagal, yung nakikita natin sa video ay kakapraso lamang. Kung titingnan po natin yung kabuuan na kung ano nangyari, malalaman po natin kung bakit nag-escalate o naging ganun po ang pagtrato o pag-handle ni General Torre nung inaresto niya si E.S. Mejaldea.
May deadline ba o may time frame ang pag-aaresto?
Wala naman pong deadline, kaya lamang po ang tawag nito, the former president was already placed under arrest. General Torre had his orders to have him boarded on the plane. And I think that was the one that he was trying to make sure that he was able to implement that particular time. A lot of time had already passed since the time na nabasahan po. And it was only around 10 o'clock or past 10 o'clock when it was actually implemented.
Naguguluhan lang kami kasi sinabi ni General Torre, we are going. Unang-una, ma'am, ang reglementary period. Mamalasin naman kami kung hindi namin ginawa ang trabaho namin. Despite your stance na hindi ito warrantless arrest, may warrant kayo. Kaya tatanungin ko na naman si General Torre, please, para maliwanagan tayo, ba't kayo nagmamadali na dalhin sa Hague? At mababiolate ninyo yung Article 125 of the RPC. Ang ibig ba sabihin nun, warrantless arrest ang ginawa natin?
Ma'am, thank you very much for giving me that chance to clarify that 125 statement. Ang nakalagay, ma'am, sa arrested person and with a warrant, deliver to the judicial authority without delay. Yeah. So, ang sa akin, ma'am, is
I'm sorry,
wala tayong yardstick.
Anong po yung binabasa ninyo?
We're stating
yung
that,
Article 125, puro warrantless lang.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano yung reglementary period? Pag warrantless lang, pag may warrant, hindi ganun.
Pag may warrant, ma'am, is to deliver to the judicial authority that issued that warrant without delay talaga yan, ma'am. So, wala akong yardstick kung paano ko i-define
Pero
ang without delay.
walang panahon, di
Yes,
ba?
ma'am.
Walang reglementary period.
Yes, ma'am.
So, sinasabi ninyo na nung first hearing na sinasabi ninyo may reglementary period, Tama
hindi
po ba
reglementary
yun o
period,
hindi?
ma'am. Ginawa lang
Sinabi
nating...
mo mamalasin tayo pag hindi natin ginawa yung trabaho sa reglementary period. Nanggaling sa iyo eh. Nagulat nga ako eh.
That could be a misstatement that I really thank you for giving me the chance to clarify. Because yung statement sa mga warrant, sa implementation ng warrant, ma'am,
Kasi tinanong pa
To
kita
the
eh,
delivery-
anong reglementary period? Nagulat ako eh. Anong period yon? Tapos sabi mo, Article 125. Nasa transcript po natin, page 205. Arian. So anong kaya ang tama ngayon? Bakit tayo nagmamadali kung wala naman deadline? Ito ay arrest with a warrant? Desisyon na po natin. Naku, Senator Bato, pampresinto na ito. Palagay ko, hindi naman pang general itong mga topic na to. Lalo na yung CIDG pa. You know very well ang Article 125 does not apply to arrests with warrants. Di ba? So, either nagsisinungaling or nag-iiwas. Ano ba talaga? General Torre, please sagutin po ninyo, warrantless arrest ba to na may reglementary period? Or arrest with warrant pero nagmamadali kayo dahil sa isang dahilan na hindi masabi?
am I going to answer, ma'am? You're asking me a question? Because I'm saying a while ago, and I think I was cut in the middle of the explanation, that I'm using that 125 just as a yardstick on how to I will look at the requirement of unreasonable. There's no reasonable
Ang sabi
delay
po ninyo,
supposedly.
mamalasin tayo. Ayan mo, mamalasin naman kami pag hindi namin ginawa ang trabaho namin.
Because how do
Po. Yes, General, nalilito ako.
the person arrested with a warrant should be delivered to the judicial authority
Did you
without
do that?
delay, which I did. Ang nagbigay ng warrant, ma'am, ay ang ICC. So, hindi man tayo nag-cooperate sa ICC, but we are cooperating with the Interpol. So, we assisted the Interpol in implementing the warrant. And dapat dalhin siya sa
Alam mo,
judicial
Senator
authority.
Bato, please.
Alam mo, General Torre, masyadong hirap intindihin yung kuan mo, yung justification mo. Hindi tayo nagko-cooperate sa ICC, pero nag-cooperate tayo sa Interpol. Anong basis ng Interpol, di ba, ang warrant ng ICC? So kung hindi mo na-recognize yung ICC, bakit mo sinunod yung pakiusap ng Interpol? Ha? Sabi mo, hindi nyo na-recognize yung ICC.
Sir, for that
Bakit mo
question...
sinunod yung request ng Interpol na napakadali lang naman sabihin mo na, sorry, Interpol, we cannot implement that because we do not recognize the jurisdiction of ICC over
Sir.
this country.
Sir, may I? Mr. Senator, ang problema ho kasi dyan, 9851 refers to an international tribunal, not necessarily the ICC. So, for us to surrender him to an international tribunal is within the bounds of the law. Ang nangyari po kasi dito,
But then, sir,
nag-withdraw po tayo sa ICC.
Very clear sinabi mo.
Nag-withdraw po tayo sa ICC. Pero hindi po natin nirepeal yung 9851. Kaya ho, andun pa rin po yung kamandag na 9851 para maging basis po ng arrest. Pero kung nag-withdraw tayo sa ICC at nirepeal natin ang 9851, wala ho tayong problema. In the same way, na kung hindi tayo nag-withdraw sa ICC, entitled po sa extradition process ang presidente. Pero dahil nawala na po yung treaty with the ICC, ay hindi na po entitled sa extradition process. So, yun po talaga yung nangyayari dito.
Kaya nga, you keep on citing RA 9851.
51.
Palagi yung sinasabi yan ang basis mo. Pero very clear naman na yung sinunod mo, yung ginawa ninyo ay binayulit ninyo yung konstitusyon. Ay, sabi mo kanina, kung may conflict ang konstitusyon at saka yung statutory law natin, nagpe-prevail ang konstitusyon, bakit hindi nyo naisip na sundin ang konstitusyon? Binayulit yung Bill of Rights.
Yung 9851 po kasi, nire-recognize nga po ng 9851 ang International Tribunal. Nire-recognize siya po eh. And it's something that was forgotten in the process of withdrawing from the ICC. Kaya naiwan po yun eh. That's why that option remained for the government to surrender the former president. Pero kung hindi ho tayo nag-withdraw sa ICC, ganun din po, he would have been entitled to Article 59 process of the judicial process. Iba-validate po sa court yung warrant.
Alam mo sir, ito ibabalik ko sa iyo yung sinasabi mo. In July 2023, you mentioned in one of your interviews that if the ICC will come to the Philippines, you will consider it as usurpation of authority of the Philippine government and violation of Philippine laws. What are the laws you have in mind during the said interview
ito ho
that
yan,
might be violated by the ICC?
Kasi pagpapasok ko sila rito at prepresahin nila mag-imbestiga, then they will be usurping the power of the DOJ. Or marami ho talaga mabaviolate na usurpation of authority po ang mangyayari dyan. Kaya nga, ano nga ang nangyayari po dito, ang ICC po ay hindi talaga ang kanilang kapangyarihan ay naiwan lamang sa individual at hindi po sa state. Hanggang ngayon po wala silang power over our state. Ang Pilipinas po ay hindi saklaw sa ICC. Dahil nag-withdraw po tayo sa ICC. Pero yun na rin po ang dahilan kung bakit ang Pangulong Duterte ay hindi po kayang i-invoke itong provision ng ICC tungkol sa Article 59 sapagkat nag-withdraw tayo sa ICC, so wala na ho tayong treaty with the ICC. So hindi na ho applicable yun sa atin.
Alam mo sir, ikaw pilit mong hinihiwalay, Madam Chair, yung tao at saka yung state. 'Di ba? Hinihiwalay mo palagi.
Opo. Kasi may ICJ po eh.
Can you define
Kasi
a
ang
state?
ICJ po for the state.
Sandali lang sir. What is a state? Ano ang elements ng state? 'Di ba? Ang element ng state is territory, people, sovereignty, ano yung pang-apat? Government. Oh. So yan ang state. Ngayon, bakit mo ihiwala yung population? Diyan sa
Kasi
state na yan.
wala hong power over government
walang state
natin.
kung walang population.
Wala hong power ang ICC over our government.
O kaya
Kasi
nga,
wala na ho tayong treaty eh.
over our state.
Kasi nag-withdraw po si President Duterte sa ICC na wala na po ang pwede nilang gamitin na kinakailangan pong dumaan po sa korte dahil nga may treaty. Kaya nga hindi ma-invoke ang extradition eh. Yung nga ho yung naging dilema rito. Yung naging gamot ay naging problema.
Bakit mo sinurrender? Kung hindi nga ma-extradite, isurrender mo
May
pa.
warrant of arrest po eh. May warrant of arrest po over the individual.
Sabi mo naman, hindi natin recognize yung jurisdiction ng ICC. Kung mag-issue sila ng warrant, bakit mo i-implement?
Alam niyo ho, we belong to a community of nations and mahirap na pong talikuran ng ating responsibilidad sa community of nations, especially that we have embraced international humanitarian law through Republic Act 9851.
Mahirap, Madam Chair.
Balikan na lang natin si General Torre o kung okay, Senator Bato. Yes. Balikan natin kasi yung arrest with a warrant, you know very well na arrest with warrant yung sinasabi ninyo. Alin ba talaga, arrest with warrant o warrantless arrest? Asa na ba tayo? Nalito na ako. Di ko na
We have a
masundan
warrant,
eh.
ma'am.
Sorry?
We have a warrant.
You have a warrant. But nevertheless, meron kayong sinasabing reglementary period.
Ma'am, I'm just using it as a yardstick to define yung requirements sa arrest with warrant na delivery of the arrested person to the judicial authority na nag-issue ng warrant without undue delay.
But in reality po, that yardstick does not exist.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Kasi wala naman deadline. pag meron kang warrant, di ba?
I should have delivered him earlier, ma'am, actually, kung tutuusin.
Oh,
Kung
Bakit
hindi, lang ako, ma'am,
earlier pa?
kung hindi ako hinadlangan, ma'am, dapat nadala na kaagad yun sa eroplano.
ganun ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ilan ang aarestuhin ninyo?
Isa lang naman, ma'am.
E.S. Medialdea,
Isa lang naman, ma'am.
sino-sino pa, si Attorney Delgra. What's the real reason then? Kung hindi naman, sinabi ninyo, hindi naman talaga warrantless arrest. Wala naman talagang reglementary period. May warrant kami galing ICC. What's the reason for the rush to The Hague na hindi man ninyo madala sa isang husgadong Pilipino?
As to the nuances of orders higher than
Wala namang order sa time limit eh.
on the
Ang
orders
sabi
given
lang,
to me.
i-aresto, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Wala namang sinasabi ngayon na, now na. Meron bang ganon?
I just executed the orders given to me, which is to arrest him and bring him to the plane that will bring him to the Hague,
Hindi
ma'am.
pa rin yan ang dahilan kung bakit kayo nagmamadali. Ang taas-taas ng blood sugar ng tao, may edad na. Nakikita naman na hilong-hilo na, natulog nga. Ba't nagmamadali-dalin sa Hague yan? Nadali na ninyo arestado na ninyo Ba't pa ninyong pinipilit na bumiyahe na kaagad-agad? What's the real reason? Kasi kung talagang reglementary period does not apply, yardstick lang, ano talaga yung totoong rason at wala nang iba? Di sana sinabi nyo nung unang pagdinig, malinaw naman na lahat ng simula noong unang pagdinig hanggang ngayon, pilit ninyong iniiwasan, sumagot ng totoo. Ano ba talaga yung dahilan na nagmamadali kayo?
Ma'am, I will reiterate my answers a while ago. The position that my mission is just bring him to the plane that will bring him to the Hague. As to the rush, if you consider it as rush,
It is a
I am
rush.
not in
Kasi
the, I am
dapat
not
dadalhin
privy.
pa yan sa husgado, di ba?
That is your that is the
No,
if
that is the law, sir.
If that is the impression that was delivered to you, ma'am, ang sa akin lang is those are beyond my competence to answer. Kung sa tingin niyo rush yan, it's not rush. It's something that I have to do na talagang isakay lang sa plane because that is the order that was given to me. As to the other nuances of that order, I may not be able to answer that intelligently or competently.
Yes, baka may maidagdag si Ambassador Lacanilaw. Dahil nandun din kayo, may nakita ba kayo na dahilan kung bakit kailangan pumunta sa The Hague? Total, kayo ang madalas pumunta sa abroad at kinatawan ng Pilipinas. May dahilan ba kung bakit nagmamadali tayo?
Hindi po ako hindi po ako aware o competent para sagutin po yung ganon. Kasi ang sa akin naman ho, ang naging role ko lang yung nung nag-volunteer ako na samahan si former President Muta ICC.
Lahat tayo hindi alam ang dahilan kung bakit nung araw na yon kinailangan talaga isakay at dalhin sa Hague kahit may sakit, kahit may karapatan pumunta sa husgadong Pilipino, kahit hindi pa nakikita ang pamilya, ang doktor, ang abogadong pili, talagang kinakailangan dalhin na talaga sa The Hague.
Ambassador Lacanilaw, I find your answers very misleading Kanina pa, yung sinasabi mo na hindi mo alam na hindi pala siya dinala sa competent court, competent judicial authority. Hindi mo alam. Hanggang ngayon, hindi mo pa rin alam. I'm giving you a chance.
Opo, kung ano po yung Mr. Senator, kung ano po yung nabanggit ko kanina. Yun po.
Nandoon ka the whole time, galing sa tube hanggang doon sa Villamor. Nandoon ka. Hindi mo rin alam, hindi mo pa rin alam na hindi siya dinala sa judicial authority.
Yes, Mr. Senator.
Hindi mo alam.
Yes, Mr. Senator.
So you're lying. You're lying. Madam Chair, I move to cite in contempt Ambassador Lacanilaw.
Last chance, hindi mo alam if nilabas sa Villamor si PRRD? Hindi mo alam?
Hindi po, Madam Chair.
Okay, there's a motion to cite you in contempt. I have to affirm. There being no contrary motion, we uphold the motion to cite Ambassador Marcos Lacanlilao in contempt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm giving you the chance already kanina. Sabi ko nga, ayaw namin gamitin yung power to contempt dito, to cite in contempt, pero halata na nagsinungaling ka.
Nasa dokumento harap-harapan na po. Mahirap naman yung ganito, konting respeto
Ma'am,
po.
again, may I clarify again, please? Ma'am, it's an extradition form. That's why the questions are answerable by another jurisdiction, but not our jurisdiction. So it's very hard to answer something that works in a different manner.
Hindi nga sir, ang tinatanong namin sa kanya is kung nandun man siya the whole time, hindi man niya, alam niya na hindi dinala si President Duterte sa isang competent court.
Hindi nga
Tapos
ho
sabihin niya, hindi niya alam.
Kaya ho
Siya nga
nag-suffice.
nagsabi na siya nag-oversee sa operation. Tapos hindi niya alam na kung dinala o hindi.
I hope we can reconsider the contempt citing because, sir, kaya ho nag-suffice a certification of
Kanina pa
Prosecutor
kami
General.
nagre-reconsider, Secretary
Oh,
Boying. at
pero
saka
kaya ho
dadaanan
nag-suffice
po namin.
sa ICC. Kaya tinanggap nila yung certification po ng DOJ is because under their system of government, under the system of the ICC, ang prosecutor is competent judicial authority. That's why it's very foreign to Ambassador Lacanilao. Hindi naman ho madaling malaman yan until ho pinaliwanag yan ni Justice Ascuna sa atin.
Ay,
Na
hindi naman-
magkaiba po talaga
Hindi naman
ang pagtingin.
Hindi naman kailangan maliwanagan national. Sabi naman national ang liwanag naman po nun. Balikan na lang natin si General Torre. General Torre, ano ba talaga yung dahilan kung bakit nagmamadali? Sinabi mo na hindi naman
Madam Chair,
warrantless arrest.
you have ruled already the citing in contempt. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, if
Yes,
you may...
the ambassador is cited in contempt. I'm sorry. Yes, General Torre, please, we'd like you to be a little bit more forthright and straightforward. What was the real reason for the rush? You yourself said this was an arrest with a warrant. Therefore, no reglementary period as articulated by Article 125 applies. Bakit kayo nagmamadali? Eto nga, may sakit yung tao.
Ma'am, I don't have that impression na nagmamadali ako. I waited for 12 hours. I worked for 12 hours to make sure that he boards on the plane. Yung purpose namin is to bring him to the plane because that's the order. That's my order and that's my mission. So,
Who gave
hindi
you the
ako
order?
Sir,
Who gave you the order?
the Chief of the Philippine National Police, sir.
The Chief PNP. You are giving orders to the CIDG. Who gave you that order?
Sir, I'll invoke my executive privilege.
Bakit executive privilege po? Paano naging executive privilege po? Nangyari na, tapos na Sino nag-order
Ano ho yung tanong, ma'am?
po?
Can I know the question? Kasi before we continue, ma'am, I'd like to ask for the consideration of the body because can we have a 2 minutes break so I can just whisper it to you?
I'll give you the break very, very shortly, but in the meantime, can we just finish with Senator Bato's query? Oo, tapusin lang po natin, tapos mag-break po tayo. Okay, si Senator Bato, please. May tinatanong yata siya kay Chief PNP. At ito ay may kinalaman sa chain of command lang naman. Pakaliwanag. Sinabi na naman ni DOJ.
That's
kanina-
executive privilege po. Basta usapan na po within the executive department. Hindi na ho namin pwedeng ilabas dito. I think those matters are matter of executive privilege.
maliwanag
The decision-making process of the executive department, especially on the top level, kasama na po kami, ay executive privilege. But I have gone as far as saying, I gave the clearance.
Clearance, but not the order.
Well, it can be interpreted both ways, sir.
Well, klaruhin natin, sir. You gave the order or you gave the clearance
I gave the clearance to the SILG.
to the SILG?
Yes.
So meaning the SILG was the one who gave the orders to the Chief PNP?
Well, that's why we are citing executive privilege, because we do not want to be drawn into this long discussion.
Yes, I'm sorry it's so long, but it's also because certain witnesses have been so evasive. Arresting the president or the former president is not a quintessential and non-delegable power of the president, di ba? Yun ang maliwanag sa Senate versus Ermita. Wala namang information that's not available elsewhere. Kasi pinag-usapan na ni General Torre na nautusan siya ni Chief PNP. So, ano yung problema sa executive privilege dito? Hindi naman kayo military o diplomatic corps, hindi naman diplomatic communications to ng Pilipinas at ICC. Wala naman kaming tinatanong sa ganon. Bakit hindi masagot yan? Maliwanag naman po yung Supreme Court at may limitasyon naman yung executive privilege. Tinatanong lang, sino nag-utos? Paano ba na?
Ano ho kasi, decision-making process po ng executive department ay mahirap pong ilabas lahat ng nangyayari. Ito yung purpose ng executive privilege. That's the purpose, that's the reason why this doctrine was ruled, was drawn by the Supreme Court in the different cases. Kasi
Yes,
ano
that's
ito
right.
ang internal deliberations po ng cabinet at top level leadership ay hindi po talaga pinag-uusapan. I think that we should give it to each other. Yung caucus po na Senate, hindi po pinag-uusapan yan. I was once as chief of staff, I witnessed a caucus of the senators, but I never spoke about it in my whole life because that is the way it works.
In Senate
Kasi kung meron po naging
Secretary Remulla, in Senate versus Ermita, it's very clear that General Torre is not covered by the claim of executive privilege. Arresting a person is not a quintessential and non-delegable power of the president. It's very clear. He's not a cabinet member. He's not even the chief PNP. And it's not like this information isn't available elsewhere.
And if it's available elsewhere, then we do not need the answer from him, Madam Senator.
We will let it go. Partida na lang. Marami tayong linggo na binigay ito. Pero sana mabigyan ninyo kami ng konting linaw kung bakit nagmamadali tayo ilabas ang dating Pangulo.
Madam Chair, ang sa akin lang ito, gusto ko bigyan ng DN is not really on the arrest. Yung pagbiyahe talaga, yung pagsakay ng eroplano, dinala sa dahig. Okay lang arrestuhin nyo. Dalhin ninyo sa competent court. I-surrender nyo sa RTC. Ipakulong ninyo dyan sa krami. Pero yung dinala, sinakay kaagad sa eroplano, very much premeditated na plano. Kaya gusto namin malaman kung sino nagbigay ng order. Yun lang naman ang gusto nyo malaman ng committee na ito.
Again, it's covered by executive privilege, sir. I'm sorry.
Even with General Torre,
Well, it will go up to our level already.
General Torre, and then
It will go up to our level already, ma'am. And these are internal deliberations which do not have to be discussed in the open. Which should not be discussed in the open at all.
Yung executive session?
I do not believe in executive sessions, sir, because
Yes.
I've experienced it here and in the House. Habang nag-executive session, may lumalabas na hong information, kaya wag na lang po.
But you requested for a 2-minute suspension. We hereby
Yes, yes.
suspend
Please,
for
please.
2 minutes for biological and other matters the hearing.